What is up, real ones? Welcome back to another episode of Real Pre-Workout Reviews. This is the only show where you're going to get my real, no bullshit opinion on the pre-workouts you care about. If you're new to the show, basically what we do here is I rate pre-workouts, particularly more the heavy-hitting, harder pre-workouts. We rate them on a scale of 0 to 5 in terms of 4 main categories. Those categories are taste, gym performance, post and during workout crash, and overall value of the pre-workout. We take all 4 of those metrics, we combine them together, and we get an overall value between 0 and 5 for the pre-workouts that you want to put to the test. So how this is about to go down is in a second we're going to do a taste test, then after that we're going to do a full squat workout that I'm going to bring you through, and then we'll rate the other 3 metrics on the back end. Due to the prevalence of bucked up products, I think it was time for me to go beyond their base product and give some of their more advanced ones a try. So that brings in today. Today I have a sample of Badass Motherfucker, or just BAMF, the Nootropic pre-workout from Bucked Up. This one, as you can tell, the flavor is gym and juice, which of course I love. That's classy, dig it. See what it tastes like in a second. But this one is meant to be a little bit more stimulant heavy, a little bit more nootropic heavy, so should be getting my brain in the right spot, which, let's be honest, your boy could use. So I'm actually really looking forward to this one and how it hits. But there's nothing else to it but to give it a try. It calls for 6 to 8 ounces of water, so I use just about 7 right in the middle. Figure it's the best chance to get the most accurate taste I can. So now my personal favorite parts of every one of these videos is that powder drop, baby. Oh, shake it. Oh, yeah. Dirty, huh? Yeah, some of these and some of these. Then we hit them with a little shake, shake, shake. Shake, shake, shake. Shake the pre up. Shake the pre up. All right, let's put Badass Motherfucker gym and juice flavor to the test. Cheers. Okay, I always double tap. I'm gonna be honest, this is pretty fucking tasty. This is pretty damn good. It is easily up there with some of our better tasting pre-workouts. It's a very, it's almost like a slightly tangy, yeah, it kind of has that tangness to it, you know, if you ever drank Tang or Sunny D. It's got a little bit of that, kind of citrusy, kind of fruity. I fuck with it. That's pretty damn good. For all those reasons, I'm gonna go ahead and rate it a 4.7 in terms of taste. I think it's definitely up there with some of the heavy hitters. So with the taste out of the way, it is time to put this bad boy to the test in the gym. See you in a minute. And as always, if you just want to skip ahead, the chapters will be below. Stay real. Hey real ones, hope you enjoyed the workout. But now it's time to get back to business. Let's rate BAMF Nootropic in terms of its performance in the gym, its crash, and its value. And we'll combine that with a taste test from earlier, and we'll do an overall rating of 0 to 5 in just a few minutes. Let's dive into the performance. Honestly, this one was really solid. I know this might come as a shock, but you lasered in on this one. The nootropic part is actually very, very strong in this. Strong in a good way, I mean. I will say, you know, when I worked out, there was a lot of shit on my mind, lots of stuff going on, as there always is. It's life. But I found myself pretty lasered in overall. I was pleasantly surprised with that, and it really did carry me through the workout quite well. With that said, I didn't quite get the same level of burst of energy or burst of you know, kick in the ass, if you will, but it was definitely there. So it's not like a negative review of that. It's just not blowing me away in terms of some of the other ones that I've seen energy wise. But focus, it's, if not the best focus, then right there at that level. So for those reasons, I'm going to go ahead and rate BAMF Nootropic a 4.6 in terms of performance. And that rolls us right into the crash. Let's talk about the during and post-workout crash. As I mentioned, I was laser focused. The flip side of that is that did not stop for hours. So what I mean by that, good and bad. Good was I definitely had energy the rest of the day. I wasn't really carried through energy-wise, like I mentioned in the performance section. The energy itself wasn't overwhelming, but my mind was there. You know, I didn't crash hard. I didn't have the rough side effects. I didn't have any headaches or things like that. Definitely good enough to get me through the day, but also not necessarily a giant kick in the ass. What I'm going to give it the rating I did is because I took this at, you know, around noon, maybe 1, and I had a hard fucking time falling asleep. So maybe there's just something in it that affects me differently, but I had an extra hard time when I tried to lay my head down and go to sleep. I just could not for the life of me. I was up for hours. So I guess my biggest thing on the crash is do not take this anywhere close to bedtime. For whatever reason, this combo hit me in a way that most pre-workouts don't, in terms of just keeping my ass awake even when I didn't want to be. I do not feel that I took it close enough to my bedtime to say that my nighty night should have been that rough, but you know, it is what it is. So for all those reasons, for the carrying through, but not necessarily all the energy, and for that basically insomnia as a side effect, I'm going to go ahead and rate this a 4.3 in terms of crash. Like I mentioned, the insomnia isn't necessarily a bad side, depending on if you want to stay awake your whole day or how late you take it. But take it with a grain of salt, because you're going to be up for a while. But what are we looking at in terms of value of the pre-workout? So with the performance in mind, the taste in mind, all the things we've, you know, up to now in mind, coupled with the cost that you're paying, I'm very, very pleased with this pre-workout. Doesn't blow me away, but the value is really, really there. It retails at $54.99, but it's 30 scoops instead of the normal 20 that you can sometimes get at that range. Playlist up there somewhere, maybe. There's several that are like that. But this one, 30 servings, with good taste, very solid performance, and it keeps your ass awake for 55. You know, it's pricey, but it's not ridiculous for the level of pre-workout you're getting. So for all those reasons, I'm going to go ahead and rate this a 4.5 in terms of value. I think it's a really solid value. You just have to be willing to spend that initial amount. Now, real ones, the moment you've all been waiting for. It's time to get the overall rating of badass motherfucker nootropic. It's BAMF. They can't admit what it really is, but you know. It's time to get that final rating in terms of 0 to 5. So if we add in, as a review, our taste of 4.7, our gym performance of 4.6, our post-workout crash of 4.3, and our value of 4.5. If we add all those up and average it out, it gets you... Ta-da! A 4.53, 5.25 technically, but you know, we're rounding up. We've always done it. It's a 4.53, which is actually putting it in the 5th position. And honestly, this is a greater comeback than the Hyde situation. If you're familiar with the channel, I rated the original Hyde, didn't go great. The Hyde Nightmare did very, very well and actually had the 5th position before this video. Same with the Bucked Up. The original Bucked Up is dead last on my ratings. I did not enjoy it, but I gave the BAMF Nootropic a try from the same people, and honestly, it did really well. I'm very, very pleased with it. There you have it, our 5th highest rated pre-workout, and a sleeper build for this one, but really, really did enjoy it. I would recommend it. Now's that part in the video though. I'd ask you to like and subscribe, share it with your friends, tell your grandma to watch and repeat, whatever you gotta do. It helps me out immensely, keeps me motivated. But more important than that, in the comments, let me know what pre-workouts you want me to put to the test, and I will see if I can track them down. And we tell those companies we're coming for them. All right, guys, gals, and non-binary pals, I hope you have a wonderful rest of your day and get that pump in, and hope this has helped you decide what pre-workout might work best for you. If not, I've already plugged it. You know there's a playlist, so go check it out. Stay real.